It's time for the Rumble! It's time for the Royal Rumble! Starring Big Ben Zani, the University of Connecticut Cuck, Mike Rossi, Scott Shiplett, JT Rosero, Riddle Me This, Steve Riddle, Matt Farrell, and Jeremy Nichols. Keith Langston! It's the North-South Connection ChroNoSo Rumble!
Coco, do you like the paint on Coco, Rossi?
It's interesting with the bleach job too.
90's a weird year. It's like he suddenly gets resurgent and like gets a bunch of pay-per-view matches after kind of doing not much in '89.
Always was a good pop, so that's probably all he really needed in '90.
Yeah, he's right there with the Bushwhackers and whatever in that little stretch of '90 where just kind of heat the crowd up, do the MSG openers.
Right.
He's got that random cool match with Tito at MSG.
He wasn't bad. Like, he really wasn't a bad worker. He just never really got time in matches, you know?
Yeah. I never got the hate for the Hall of Fame thing. I'm like, he had a good, like, territorial career and had a long run in the WWF.
And he
I
was
think at that
around
point,
for a
people
while.
it wasn't established yet as much as the Hall of Fame was just going to, like, aggregate.
And I think if you don't watch a lot of his shit, you just kind of, like, see him as kind of a clown. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I guess the hair doesn't help.
Yeah, the bird, you know.
So DiBiase's number one here. It's kind of his, karma for the year before for buying number 30 off of Slick and trying to orchestrate a win in that Rumble. So they kind of tell the year-long story here. Now he's back and he's going to go the whole way to make up for that. So I kind of like that little twist too as well.
Did they do anything to get him into the one slot? Was that just like a punishment on camera?
I don't think it was like, oh, you're number one because of that. I think he was number one. Yeah, I think
just how it turned out.
To draw it.
Finally had shit luck for once.
Yeah. I think they kind of play it up like you can't buy your way out of it this time or whatever.
Right.
I love this whole show, and then goes Coco. So I'll see you. I'll talk to the next person about it. It's just me now, standing in the ring alone. I do think this is a great Rumble. I like the whole show. The Rumble match to me always stands out because of all the colors. I talk about this a lot. It's like so bright and vibrant. It just screams early 90s. I think it's like WWF characters at their best. It's all the ones you know and love watching as a kid. And they're peppered throughout this match as DiBiase. Oh, riddle me this! Here he is, the rocker himself.
Always got to get that in.
Always, my friend. He's riddled in here as Marty Jannetty gets in the ring.
I did love how when DiBiase did come out, Fink really had that extra emphasis, like last year the man who was number 30, and this year the man who's number 1.
Got to make sure he really stuck it to him.
Yeah, and you're right about the bright colors. I mean, Marty here with his rocking it with the yellow, no pun intended.
Yeah, no, we'll see it as the match goes on. It's like everyone comes in just has a bright, gaudy costume and look to them, and in a good way. It's like the best of this era, just all these guys, standing out in this match. I think it's getting its flowers more lately, but I do think historically it's like an underrated Rumble. I think if you really look at all the Rumbles, it's like a top 5 to me. It's really, really good.
Low-key kind of loaded, too. I mean, we always talk about, like, 92 being the most loaded, but 90 could give it a run for its money.
Yeah, there's a ton of stars.
There's the 360 sell by Marty.
I like this star. I kind of like when they do this with Rumbles. Like, I always feel bad for the guys that don't get much of a run, but I like when they pick apart a couple guys early and kind of set the tone, and then it kind of gets overwhelmed. But I don't mind this start where, he eliminates Coco right away, and then, Marty's not long for this night. But and the Rockers were kind of entering a weird year in '90. I think it's actually one of the more down years overall. They had a good match with Powers of Pain and MSG to start the year, and then they don't do a ton. Shawn gets injured, and they bounce back nicely in '91. But
go behind. Oh, nice bump there by Marty over the ropes.
There he goes. Steve Riddle's out of here along with Jannetty. Hopefully he doesn't go try and have relations with a family member as well. DiBiase standing tall still. Side seconds here. Like I said, I really like this when they have a thing. Oh, no! It's Benzani! Oh,
sorry, I had to drink like Jake the Snake.
You need a raspier voice, though.
Oh, here. I can't do it real well. Jake Roberts is in,
And your daughter doesn't hate you, so you really
sauntering
can't
into the ring with his burlap sack, which is definitely not a pillowcase.
And this feud had been going for a while by this point, so it's a nice little touch to have them out there together. But I like that it's not like completely orchestrated and obvious, because like two other guys, had already been in. So it's not like it was DiBiase and Jake 1 and 2. DiBiase kind of found his way into it. But this feud had been going on since May, so like they were really ramping up, obviously, to a big blow off at Mania.
Yeah, it was long. Yeah.
And I don't know, what do you think's Jake's like peak of his powers as a face? Is this like right here?
Probably about now, honestly. I never really loved him as a face. I mean, he's just naturally heelish, and I mean, he works so well in his promo style and his working style, and he always felt so out of place as a babyface.
But do you feel like his if he hadn't had that long face run, would that heel turn have meant as much? Like, because it really it almost sets the tone by like he's kind of near the top, getting to the top. He goes through a lot of trauma, gets blinded, like all this stuff, and then to cap it off, this fat guy destroys his pet. You know what I mean? Just snaps and puts him over the edge. And I feel like they never threaded that together well enough. You almost have to like kind of piece it together yourself that he goes dark and snaps like right after Damien's murdered is kind of when he turns to the dark side. So
that's fair. Yeah.
I think it's a cool little thread. Like I don't know if he's just healed the whole time. I feel like maybe it doesn't mean as much as like you can see him kind of fall apart and then go dark with Undertaker finally.
Just naturally not a rootable guy though.
Right. Well, Snake's not a rootable animal.
Yeah. No, it sure isn't.
Like we talked about, look at the vibrant colors. It's Savage's blue. Oh God, Farrell.
Oh, sorry. I'm wearing all brown. I'm really throwing off the theme tonight.
I made up
very bland, like Ned. Ned is very red.
What Savage is wearing, I mean, it can stop traffic.
I aspire to that level of fashion.
I feel like he doesn't wear that a lot too. Like I don't remember seeing that much at all. This blue.
No,
I think
it
it
threw
looks
me
awesome.
off, and like, what is he wearing?
And he's already had himself a night because he already came out during the Sapphire Sherry Brother Love show, and him and Dusty had a fight during that. Which, like, I think when you think of shows and how they build segments like that can make or break sometimes, and like that segment's really good, so that adds like the legend of the show being really good. So, but
I think he's really lacking in fringe here. I don't know. He's higher in the fringe count.
I do, we'll credit Peter Winston for this one, but he always talks about like the weird loose relationship between Savage and DiBiase throughout like their history together. Like, they kind of feud in '88, but after that, they kind of have this weird little alliance that comes and goes here and there, and you see it here already. Like they're working together pretty seamlessly against Jake. This is a cool touch. Oh boy. It's the hot shit himself, Scott Shiflin.
What's up, gang?
Going on, Roddy Piper. Now I'll ask you this: is this Piper's peak as a face?
Well, peak in
later with
I'll
Flair.
say WWF. I say peak in WWF. WCW peak for me is '96 against Hogan. But
I don't know. I kind of think 2 years
like
later might actually be his peak.
Piper.
What was that, Matt?
That isn't. I mean, 3 as a face there for Piper. That's probably like when he's like the most beloved. The place goes crazy.
I think the '92 Rumble when he wins that IC title is like that pop is like ridiculous at that show. I mean, that might be one of the few times, other than like Mania 1 or whatever, when I think if he wins the '92 Rumble, like it's believable. You know what I mean? As a champion, like I actually think it would have been pretty over if they did it. I mean, they obviously had other things going on, but I mean, this is like, when Riddle was here a minute ago, I was talking about it, how this Rumble is like sneaky loaded, and just look at this 4 right here. Like, I mean, you have other great foursomes in Rumble history, but like this is This is like a high level group of 4 right here. Like this could have been an amazing tag match, like a Coliseum video or MSG or something.
I mean, is this the best top?
this
Is
is
this the
at the
best
beginning.
4 in like the best 4 like this early?
Yeah, it's got to be up there.
Yeah, they loaded it to them. They front loaded it.
You get 4s like this maybe in the final 4, but
well, I think they knew too. They got Hogan and Warrior on the back end, so they probably went hot early, like because they knew they would balance it out with them at the end, so they could kind of put these other dudes all out in the beginning. But man, I'm just wishing this tag got like one of those 20-minute Coliseum video, dark match deals or whatever. Oh god, that's the Warlord.
Yes! There he is!
He's so
It's amazing they
fucking
found
young.
someone uglier than the man himself to portray him here.
He's
Wow,
so
hey now.
young right now.
How
Keith,
dare
did
you,
do some
you son
human
of a
growth
bitch.
hormone to get ready for this?
Ah, yes.
I'm
Mr.
afraid to see Keith
Master
cycle.
Fuji.
I do not want to see Keith on a cycle.
Just my head would just get massive, like real big.
It'd be like on The Simpsons. Who's it? Who drinks the Steve?
Ken
No,
Griffey?
who gets the big head?
Ken
Griffey.
Griffey.
Yeah,
And
Griffey.
Griffey's grotesquely swollen jaw. Or like when Family Guy had to try to get what's that girl fucking Mini Driver's head in the frame?
I remember that.
I often comment about how much I love Savage's gear. I don't think Savage ever wore these tights ever again.
No, I don't think
don't
so.
think
I
he
don't
ever
know why.
I'm sure they bled in the wash.
Probably.
They feel more babyface than anything.
Mm.
Heel.
He looks like he's from the Kona, Hawaii. Like Kona
Yeah, I was
Cross.
gonna say, it looks like he loaned him to Crush. Maybe that's where their friendship started.
Mhm.
That
It makes me want like a nice
exploded a few years
popsicle, like a Italian ice or something. Like something.
Oh yeah,
cool.
Italian ice work.
Yeah, the Kona Ice truck.
Yeah, maybe some gelato.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, we're gonna put some of that flavor in that ice. Yeah.
Want some
Justin,
dessert?
you were talking about Savage and Piper like in a tag match. I think they did have a bunch of tag matches. I think even in like '90, where they
Oh,
they had
Jake and DiBiase,
not. I don't know if it was Jake and DiBiase. Probably not Jake and DiBiase because
Dusty, maybe. Someone
maybe
Dusty.
well, it probably would have been. I don't know. It's good, but they fought a couple times in '90, which was nice. Like that's like on college.
How do we not get Marcus Fuller for this? Oh, Jeremy Nichols.
Yeah, but come on, man.
The
My
other
kid's
great
named
Bret
after
Hart
this
fan. The
guy.
other great Bret Hart fan. The other great Bret Hart fan. There you go. He's got the shirt in the background.
Yeah. And
Now-
I got WCW Bret Hart up here too. That's Atomic
Love it.
Elbow.
Nice.
Still in the
Yeah.
package.
We don't talk about WCW, Brett. We don't
Stupid
talk
Bill
about
Goldberg.
WCW, Brett.
Damn, Bill
We get ahead of Dries. Scott, is this the most talented group of people to
Yes.
this point?
Because the Warlord's in it, yes.
Yeah, but even with Warlord, who is good,
Despite the Warlord.
like now, I mean,
Yeah.
it's insane. Like we were hyping it before, and now we've added Brett.
Yeah, it's ridiculous how talented it is. I mean, Warlord's in there to take the pin if this was a 6-man. So, sorry, Keithy. But no, this is like so talented. Like, I think all of these guys are Hall of Famers except for maybe Warlord, unless they put him in with Powers of Pain. So
There was
that's pretty
a few
good.
years ago, JT and I lamented that Warlord could have been a good fodder for Hogan on a Saturday night's main event. And it's a shame that it just never happened. But he had the look. I mean,
Yeah.
good Lord, why wouldn't you put him up? Like him and Warrior, maybe? I don't know.
Well, yeah, I was
Could've
gonna say
been- could've
90.
been
They're so
pretty good.
bereft of challengers. It's like Warlord could have been a good little one for Warrior if they're not doing
Absolutely.
the 6-man stuff. Like
Well-
they could have had a little run with him.
They got
I don't
a
know.
back zit popping challenge.
I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but there was actually a stipulation in Hogan's contract that he was only allowed to be in the ring with like only one Terry was allowed to be in the ring at a time. So
That's why I never fought Terry
Fusion.
Runnels.
that's why he never.
Or the Red Rooster.
Yeah,
That's fine. No one wants to be in the ring with the Red Rooster.
nobody does. Yeah.
Nah, he sucks.
Oh,
This is
Cox
Mega
along.
Man 2 now, apparently.
Oh, hello.
oh,
Good
hello.
man.
Mike Rossi.
Man, I
was gonna
got
say,
I got the real threats in this one so far.
Mm-hmm.
This is the most
You got the heavy
the
hitters.
Rumble's ever been, but then bad dudes walked in. I'm like, oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Which is the most white the Rumble's ever been, is that what you said?
No, the most yoked, like roided out.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think you said white. I was like,
No.
the most white.
Oh, you know.
It was egg white.
Cut that out of the Brock.
I will say, Rossi, Bad News has probably one of those memorable spots in this match, though.
I wish he had one of his rats with him.
No, they come later.
That's later on. In the
I
year.
know.
I'm still mad we never really saw them. We kind of got that in that Coliseum video at SummerSlam. Like they cut in the. Who did we lose? Who just went out?
Macho King eliminated.
Oh,
Savage is out. Who did he throw out? Oh, Jake. That's right. He helps DiBiase eliminate Jake. So another piece of the DiBiase Savage puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
One
funny
of
you were
Winston's
talking about
greatest
Savage and DiBiase earlier. Like DiBiase got him the scepter when he was Macho King, but they were feuding like a year earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as soon as that feud ends, like Peter's definitely talked about it quite a bit on luminous the luminous number of podcasts. That they have some sort of weird loose, pairing.
He just saved him there. Yeah.
They have a timeshare with Zeus. They both have a relationship with Sensational Sherry.
Eskimo Brothers.
That does sound like a good time. I'm not going to lie about that.
Yeah.
Most of these guys are Eskimo brothers.
With Zeus?
Yeah, with the rats in the back.
Exactly.
Yeah, agreed.
Wait, Keith, you got to dance.
Run with this, baby.
Come and get funky like a monkey, baby.
Brother. Come on, Daddy. Wait a minute.
I've been waiting for you, Riddle.
Ooh, Daddy.
Comes the
I'm
red
coming to
hot.
get you, Randy Savage. You're going to see my bionic elbow. Oh, Sweet Sapphire's down there, too. Nice.
That's
Ain't
pretty
no
good.
king
time
like
for
Queen
her to get
here.
to ringside.
Man, Savage is fucking tan, huh?
Yeah, he is.
That makes that blue pop even more.
Mm-hmm.
This night's about to end.
Oh, there goes
Oh, no.
Savage.
All right, guys, I'll see you
Oh, there
later.
he goes.
In a bit.
Oh, there it is.
Now, do you think Savage went out too early? Like,
Yes.
I kind of would like to see him and Jake
Yeah.
longer, but I also like the feud progression with those two things. Like Dusty kind of needed a win over him a little bit during this. Like he had kind of, beat him up pretty good leading into this a couple times, and I thought that was good heat for Mania.
Fucking Dusty.
And that looked like
Especially after what
Shane. That looked like Shane was one of the refs telling him to leave, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
is.
I think it's one
Right.
of his first shows, right?
Mm.
Yeah, because he ends up doing Survivor Series 90 as well.
He might be at Mania 6 as well. I think he's out there at one
I think
point.
he is at Mania 6. now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he refs one of the matches, I think. I wonder if Stephanie is posing for the magazine at this point.
Or she's in Savage's dressing room. One or the other.
Oh, hey now.
I was hoping they'd
do the
ask him
punch.
about that in that documentary. I was praying they would ask Vince about that.
I mean, Savage and DiBiase could be Eskimo brothers with her, too.
I just see Vince go like this. Move on. Next question.
Well, good to see Warlord lasted longer this year than he did the year before.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like if you're gonna dye your hair like Warlord does, like that burnt orange is such an odd choice to go with the black. Like, did he try and do red, but it came out orange? It's like an odd choice.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
It's like
boy.
an autumn color. Like he's ready for fall.
Game
One
of
half
Thrones.
is tag team chip.
Andre had music?
I know
He
Andre
did have a
couldn't
song
do
in one of
much.
the video games.
That's a very ominous theme song. I don't know what that
Yeah.
was.
Wow.
I
He's
know
gonna be
Andre couldn't
real,
do much, but I loved his team with Haku. I thought that was great.
Oh,
Yeah, it gives him that extra year, like not a year, but like 6 months on his career.
The
That
philosophy
gotta do much.
connection. They're anything but regular guys. That killed me every time.
That theme music though sounded like it should be the theme to
I want
Freak
to
Out
talk about
Friday.
evacuation.
What did you call us? Oh, what do you call us?
Oh, there goes Warlord.
Well,
Whoa.
Oh,
Bye.
That's the
Bye.
Andre's like, I'm the only
Oh,
big
Fuji.
man in here, boss.
shit. That's
look
it.
at the
Oh,
the
yeah, this is
referee's
great. The
battle.
Bobby
Get
Fuji throwdown.
Sapphire in there.
Yeah.
Leads to
I
their
did
feud
like
at leads to their feud at MSG. Does it start here or is it after this?
Oh, Bobby, you cocksucker.
Who would win, Bobby or Fuji in a wrestling match?
They have a
in
match.
their
They do
heyday.
have a match.
Well, I mean, in their heyday, not.
Oh. So they have one at
Andre
MSG, right?
I say Bobby.
Because what happened? What happens? Doesn't Bobby manage or
Bobby
Fuji?
could pick him.
Doesn't Fuji manage someone for a night and screw it up, or it's something like that, right? And Bobby gets mad at him, and they have a match.
Hogan just said in an interview that Bobby Heenan was a better wrestler than Brett and Eddie Guerrero combined.
Well,
I can't
Andre looks
I
in
can't
so
argue
much
it,
pain.
but- Oh my God,
He
yes.
looks like he's hurting so much. Just like Matt Hardy levels of like cell mitosis is painful
Walking.
sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Breathing. Every breath hurts. Yeah.
Sapphire has no idea where to go, like during the match.
Probably she's not in there fighting. Oh, here we go.
No, figured to be the biggest cock of the group.
Oh, you should have dyed your hair before you came back.
And I don't know if there's any farther I can go from Savage to the Red Rooster.
Both main evented.
Yeah, what a
Survivor
dip
Series
in
88.
quality.
If you tried to dye his hair red, it might have turned out orange like the Warlord. So it's probably a good thing you didn't.
Don't use Kool-Aid.
Use Vaseline.
Oh, well, my God.
That's the
that
wrong
is-
kind.
Already?
Oh,
there goes
Piper
Piper.
too.
Oh, see you later.
Clear out the ring. We need more space. for
Kicks
you.
off their feud.
Well, look, producer Ryan took them out, but they are on screen for a bit here because they fight all the way to the back. Yeah, this starts the build to one of the worst Mania matches of all time.
Yeah.
You can find out where that ranked if you go back in the archives at the NoSo Connection YouTube channel. Ryan and I ranked every single WrestleMania match ever, one at a time, and this was definitely near the bottom.
This is the number one most incredibly racist match, though. So.
That's true. They didn't include Vince McMahon, so it's crazy.
I love the story that Andre hit his remover and he had to go home half the thing. or something.
It's such an odd decision. That whole match is odd.
Yeah.
I do have to say, I think one of the things that does make the show good as well is Shivani and Jesse, I think, are great as a team here.
Oh, they're amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think low-key they're like they might be a top 3 for me. I mean, top 4.
Giovanni's night run in general is like way better than anyone gives it credit for.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's one of the best ever, and I think their partnership is one of the best ever. Like Vince and Jesse, Gorilla and Bobby. Woody and Jesse.
Yeah. There's the man.
When you paint your fucking face, go commit.
Commit to the bit. Come on.
I should commit to the bit. Yeah. I should
Hey,
put
go
on
grab
my
some lipstick.
S&M mask that I have.
Well, it looks like
It's only help.
And spike it up.
It's a ball gag though. That's the only problem. So,
I think we lost Rooster there in the entrance.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
the
fitting.
walk's
They wouldn't even
going.
notice. 'Cause I don't think
Yeah.
they even mentioned it on commentary.
Or just like in a passing reference.
I didn't even notice. Oh, look at this! It's Mass Superstar going against Giant Superstar. No, Mass Machine going.
Machine.
No,
Giant Machine versus
Machine
yeah.
against.
Super
I
Machine.
love that machine gimmick. I thought that was great. Especially when Hogan comes in and starts talking Japanese. It sounds incredibly racist.
Choman Fu.
It's during those prime that run of prime times where like nothing else is happening in their hip, so they go to Japan every week. You know, so Mean Gene's in Japan every week. The machines. I like with the Rumbles where they have the manners at ringside. I feel like I hate when they get rid of it and they kind of say the band or whatever, but because this Rumble's cool, it adds to the color and the vibrance. Have Bobby out there, you got Sapphire and the polka dots. You know,
And it makes sense. There's that they should be there. It totally makes sense, you know.
Yeah. Why wouldn't they be? It's another match, you know, just another match.
Andre tied up in the ropes, getting beat on.
I'm curious if there's any matches in history that he doesn't get tied in the ropes.
He used to like that was his thing apparently. Like he used to ask, like,
Yeah,
"Can
for
I?
sure.
This is my bit." Yeah.
It's probably a nice little rest for him, honestly.
It's a rat. You get to sit down. Yeah, there's his kink. Look at him. He's sucking oxygen. He's like,
Anybody have a peanut?
I need a bottle of wine. Anybody have any Chardonnay?
All
There
right.
he is. His tag
There we
team
go.
partner. The one true king.
Another cool set of ring gear there.
Yeah.
Bright, vibrant.
Is Haku in the Hall of Fame yet?
No.
No,
He
but I
should
heard
be.
that. I heard.
Should
that,
be, yeah.
I heard that when he gets inducted, he's going to have JT induct him because JT is a very, very close personal, longtime friend of his.
What about getting food poisoning?
I want to thank the guy who gave me a sandwich.
I like that there was zero hesitation to take the sandwich.
Well,
He's
come
like,
on.
really? Okay.
He's a carny. He knows.
Free
You got to find
sandwich.
the craft.
Fuck, yeah.
You got to find the craft table, man. It's always the way it is.
And it's always, that made Zani's day, I feel like, and that was worth it for me.
Very much so.
Made my day.
It made all of his socials, so it was a big boost.
Oh, it made my day meeting him. I was
Getting
like,
coverage here, right?
I said, I go.
It makes Zani's Twitter, you've made it. So you did well.
Little flip flop and fly there from Dusty.
We're still loaded. I mean, Jake is gone, Savage is gone, but look at like Demolition at their peak. We got Andre,
Big
Brett,
boys too.
Yeah, all. And it's this Rumble is so well booked. It's like it never slows up, and it's like always has stars in there at one time or another.
Yeah,
And
there's
you don't
never
get
a
the
lull.
gimmick
There's always
segments either.
something.
Yeah, you don't get the gimmick segment. Some Rumbles you get like, oh, here's the hardcore section. Here's this. Like it's just like
a
star,
one.
Star. Yeah.
Especially recently, in like the last 10 years, there's absolute lulls in the Rumbles.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like no one in here is gonna win shit. Just get them all out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think that speaks to the roster because there's guys here that aren't going to freaking win, but there's not as many as most Rumbles. You know what I mean? Like there's a handful. With no title shot on the line, like anyone really could have won it. I mean, Big John Studd just won the year before, so it's like, who's to say someone else? Yeah, man, I'm going to win.
But now you got like the number one tag feud of the company right now in there.
Yep. We're about to have a mega blow off in Mania.
Revolution. His name is Shiflet.
Sorry, I didn't have time to
Now
put
I
on my
want-
makeup.
I don't
Andre
want
gets
Keith
the
and Chief to
bombs.
work like the convention circuit is Demolition.
I think that'd be great. Hey, I met those guys. Real menches. Same with the Powers of Pain and Haku. And Duggan. Not that piece of shit honky tonk man though. That guy's a fucking asshole.
Bye.
Bye.
I didn't like this guy I met was Shane. Shane Douglas was awesome.
Bye.
He's a really cool dude.
I watched the other day. I watched the match where Demolition loses the titles to the Colossal Connection. It's a great fucking match, actually.
Yeah.
Even though
Yeah,
it's completely just Haku and Axe in the ring, like 99% of the time. It's still awesome. And then Andre drops that bizarre looking elbow at the end.
Well, so is the Mania match where they win the titles back.
Yeah,
I always like
Andre
that
doesn't get in
match.
at all. But the thing I love about that match though is that when Andre goes to pin Axe, Smash comes in and tries to pull him, and Andre just like shoves him with his foot. I love that. It's like the best. Get away from me! I want to win the championship, Henry.
I'm
I
shocked.
love how it's like he's so angry. This is like I'm riding this cart alone, and you're not coming anywhere near me.
Yeah.
Throws him up.
I love that at the end when he bops friggin' Haku and he's like, and Haku just, yeah. The end of 6 is great. That ending.
I like Brett's trying to choke him.
Yeah,
That
great
worked.
technical worker in the ring and all
He's
that.
probably,
Hard,
he
yeah.
probably told him to. He's like, I need a break, buddy.
You don't get a lot of
Little
Brett
guy.
Andre. I mean, WrestleMania 2, I guess, but other than that, there's like not a ton of interaction.
Yeah, well, they had that one match from, what was it, Italy in 89
Oh, right.
or 90?
Yeah.
Not 89, yeah.
Where Andre requested Brett. Lady, and I told my father story said I love her forevermore.
A lot of beef.
At least I get the best jam of the evening.
Yeah.
Now, is this Hakeem at the peak of his power? Definitely.
Yes,
I thought it was probably 88, but
This is before the Twin Towers
It might be his
exploded.
peak weight.
well, actually, I'm trying to remember. I think didn't the segment with Jake and DiBiase and Brother Love and Boss Man happen before the Rumble?
no, it's after. Because
No.
Bossman's a heel. still.
Oh, goodbye, Andre.
There
Aw.
it goes on. Demolition eliminating was
Oh,
awesome too.
I
It's such a
go
good
on.
moment.
Bye, y'all.
Just the previous ChroNoSo, I did the where he steals the belt originally.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah, I think it's I'm pretty sure it's after this because Bossman's still heel. I think it's like right after
Yeah,
this.
because I know he fights.
Andre gets a shot in from the floor.
Maybe it was filmed before the Rumble. Maybe that's what it is. Because I'm like,
It airs after because
Yeah,
Bossman's the heel
yeah.
here, but he turns like right after.
yeah.
Mhm. Looks like we lost Brett too.
Very quietly.
Yeah, at least
Very quietly.
Jesse
Brett
said
getting the
something.
roots.
I didn't even notice it.
What did Jesse say?
Jesse's the
Brett
one that
got it.
mentioned that Brett got.
No.
Well, I think it happened like when we were like focused on Andre and Demolition.
Dusty was in this longer than I remember.
Dusty's looking pretty large and in charge right here. Holy jeez.
He wants to get back to catering.
My God.
Hard to think about that. Dusty Rose was in a Royal Rumble.
With Tony Schiavone announcing it.
A commentary, yeah.
Oh God, I just girlfriend.
Murder, death, kill.
Hide your girlfriend.
Hide your girlfriend.
Murder, death, kill.
The most pointless return in the history of professional wrestling.
I mean, if you can bring back a murderer for literally no reason, you've got to do it.
Get good offense in, too.
You know what's
Yeah.
messed up is I didn't know any of that until OSW put it out there for me. Like, that's when I learned.
I mean, it wasn't covered a ton. Like,
It blew my mind.
you know, unless you kind of were in the know at that time. How many of us were? You know what I mean? Like, it was definitely a thing you
I
kind of learned about later.
That's just like
And
the
that's-
Lula stuff. I had no idea about that
Oh.
either.
Goodbye, Akeem.
Oh,
No,
good.
that team.
All right.
And that's one that we know about. Like, how many of those were hidden that we never found out about,
For real.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I learned most of that probably just on like message boards in the 2000s, you know, just
Right.
DVDR or whatever.
That's when I learned about it
Wait, he killed somebody? Yeah.
on the WrestleCraft forums. Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
shit on the table under Jimmy Garvin?
And what was Snooka's side of it, too? Like, she just fell down.
She fell in.
Yeah,
She slipped. She
She
slipped
fell and hit her
and
head.
hit
or
her head
something
when he was sitting on the side of the road.
She got hit by a softball.
by Sid.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sid dropped the bomb.
She had the same accident that Bob Saget had, apparently. Like, she slipped and fell. So where was Jimmy
Are you
Snuka
saying
when
Jimmy
Bob Saget?
Snuka killed? Yeah.
Does anybody know?
Already in hell. Already in
No.
hell.
Yeah.
Well, he never really had to deal with much from it.
And who knows? Maybe Vince was involved in some sort of love triangle, too.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're saying that Vince killed?
Hey,
Yes, we covered it up.
No bets are off now.
We're just theorizing.
Oh
Oh, here we go. Canada's strongest man.
Speaking of mysterious deaths,
Johnny, you better have run laps or any living room before you came on. You know,
Yeah, you seen me? That did not happen. No, absolutely not.
You'd be
no! It's
busy.
Peter Winston's pick for the next Hall of Fame induction, Dino Bravo.
You think they'll push out his body in the chair that he got shot in?
a carton of the cigarettes he was selling.
Wow! Holy shit! They're just gonna have the sofa with the bullet.
They'll have the recliner. They'll have the recliner up on the recliner up on the
Recliner.
stage.
I'll be watching. It's like, oh, I'm really craving Swiss cheese. Like,
Johnny isn't the recliner, so I mean, he is kind of doing the Bravo.
That would be an amazing
You
Hall
have
of Fame.
cigarettes in your hand.
That would be an
A dip.
amazing Hall of Fame induction if it was all posthumous. Everybody was just posthumous. They just inducted all the dead people.
Undertaker inducts them all.
Ah,
Who you got? You got who could they do? Miss Elizabeth, Dino Bravo, Owen Hart, China.
How about you just do the people that Vince either murdered or covered up the murder of? Nancy
Chris Benoit.
Argentino.
Chris Benoit.
Owen Hart.
They should induct Nancy.
Yeah, Benoit could be the headliner for sure if they do the all dead, all,
No, do the-
all murder lineup.
Induct Nancy Benoit and then give the son the Warrior Award. That's what
Oh,
they-
Kevin Sullivan.
Oh my
I think
God!
Kevin Sullivan's dead.
my. Oh,
That was like the worst.
like
Like,
hell.
there's so many conspiracies out there nowadays on the internet, but I feel like that was like a wild one that no one knows. Always has wrestling fans that like the proliferation that went on so fast that Kevin Sullivan murdered them all. Whatever. Was,
Yeah.
like, crazy.
Didn't
Kevin
somebody put
Sullivan
that on
updated-
Wikipedia?
He
Yeah,
updated,
it was like everywhere. It was
he,
everywhere.
he updated the Wikipedia page to say that Nancy Benoit was dead.
That's the first thing I thought. I was like, "Where's Kevin Sullivan at?"
The natural disaster coming.
The
Oh,
mighty earthquake.
Earthquake was like
Canadian
26 at the time.
he's not in the Hall of Fame.
Get out of
Good
college.
old John from West Virginia.
He's not in the Hall of Fame too. He could be in the Dead Hall of Fame.
He is,
Get
isn't
him
he?
in
Did they
there.
put him in?
I don't think they put Earthquake.
No, he's
I
not
thought
in
they
yet.
put him
I
in.
remember.
Him
I
and
think-
Titan
I think
need to
Wake
go
is in.
in.
I think he is it.
He should
I
go
think
in,
I remember
yeah.
seeing his T-shirt.
Someone check.
Wondering who the fuck would wear that.
I'm pretty sure. He's in.
Earthquake.
I'm pretty sure he's in.
One of
wear
those
the shit
people
out of
that
that.
look 45 forever.
It was like just a hideous looking shirt. It wasn't. I
He
would
is
wear an
not-
Earthquake shirt too.
He is not in the Hall of Fame.
Yes, I don't believe you.
I just looked on the
I think
Wikipedia.
you Googled wrong.
I googled.
I think you're full
You
of shit.
goggled.
I goggled.
He should
it.
be in.
What would he be age wise now if he was alive? Like 42?
You would have never. You would have never made it.
He's like, oh, he was like Aunt Baby.
Yeah.
He was like
Thank
8
you.
during this Rumble.
He would have been 61.
That's fucking
That's
crazy.
insane.
Glad Keith got
That's
the
it.
Seinfeld joke before he left. Thank you.
Axe out.
And he had the Arn Anderson thing where they look like they're 30 years older than they are.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah, Arn Anderson was born with a beard.
I can't believe he's not in the Hall of Fame. He's got to be in. Too. They got to put him in.
It'll
Oh, they'll probably have Cody induct him this year. If they trust Rick with a live mic.
No, they could have Tugboat induct him.
How many people in the
Alright.
ring are dead?
Not
Haku's
many,
not.
actually, right?
Earthquake,
Haku
DiBiase
and-
is alive.
Bravo.
Earthquake,
Snuka.
Bravo.
So what, 3?
Yeah.
Golly.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean,
3 out of
three-
6 isn't
three
bad.
dead
For
and-
1990, yeah.
I
We
will
gotta
tell
that's
you,
pretty good.
this is a pretty fucking random piece.
I like another one. All right. Virgil's dead, too.
Right. There's another dead. We have one for welfare fraud.
What do we do?
Who?
See if he lasts as long as Brett does.
Probably not.
Doubtful.
I think if Neidhart lasted as long as Brett did, he would have died that day.
Every time I see Neidhart, I think of like that Total Divas episode where they said it was Natty's dad. Like what?
Oh,
what
instead
the
of calling him
fuck?
who he was, yeah.
Yeah.
No, what gets me is the
Oh,
time
like
he
he
got
was just
super
some
drunk
dude?
and punched a stewardess in the face.
Yeah, he had some stories.
Yeah.
Like they had to get like the air
Well, my
marshals to
favorite
get
is
him off
when-
and shit. Yeah.
My favorite is when Brett told the
Oh,
story
it
of
was
when
Quake.
him with Davey Boy, and they said that they were just smoking crack all summer in Tampa before the SummerSlam match.
Quake Muffin's gone.
It's I mean, it's
Like
cool to have
Jimmy
the
Hart's
team up,
jacket.
but Quake was so protected. It's kind of interesting they even had him in the match, like that they didn't give him just an undercard match to like squash someone because he's so new. And I mean, he does look impressive. He's got a pretty good run in the match, and it took like 8 guys to throw him out. But
Heenan and Virgil's coats look like they were made out of the same material.
I need a 2-for-1 for me and my friend.
Virgil just like cut the sleeves off this one, brother.
Just couldn't afford the sleeve.
Show off the guns.
You want sleeves? $3.
People were always stopping Heenan at airports to tell him how great his jackets were. Him and Virgil's jackets were.
I do love when he doesn't he call Ming Haku in WCW one time?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. He might have.
Oh, here we go. Business is picking up.
Uh-oh.
Why's Keith getting all the roid monsters?
I know.
I'm doing steroids,
Again,
brother.
no face paint.
Never be recreated. That's been popping up on my TikTok lately. Is that Savage Warrior promo from Survivor Series where Warrior's just going, "I am Ultimate Warrior, won't be at this pay-per-view."
Oh, see ya, Dino.
Dino's gone.
Go sell some cigs.
No, that's a shame. What kind of
talked about
cigarettes was he shipping? Does anyone know?
Marlboro
Like Lucky Strikes or?
No, Marlboro Light.
Some
Is there a
cheap
type of
Canadian
Canadian
Pall
cigarette?
Malls.
I believe it was Parliaments.
Parliaments.
Maybe
Parliaments.
he might have been a menthol guy.
The best brand of
I can see
cigarettes
that.
from somebody from Boston to order. Parliaments. Excuse me, can I get a Parliament, please? A pack of Parliaments. You were talking about Earthquake earlier and having him get protected. Episode of the Shit Take on the Backbone Wrestling Network, I talked about how Earthquake should have won the world title. at the Rumble at
Yeah.
Rumble 91 against Warrior.
No, there's a reason that show's called Shit Take.
Dick.
DiBiase looking like he's on rubber legs by this point.
Yeah, he's been in there a while. I'm getting a little tired.
Well, at this point, I wonder how many people thought he's actually going to go coast to coast and win this damn thing.
Right?
He
Or at
probably
least make it to like
called-
the last two. I know they wanted to push perfect. But
What I like
they could
about
let him go
DiBiase
even
this
longer.
year is that last year he was 30 and didn't really last, but here he's setting a really good tone and a real good pace, you know?
Yeah. I'll be honest, I'm looking forward to seeing DiBiase get thrown out.
Are you guys talking
DiBiase
about
probably-
Rumble Iron Man? 'Cause
Oh yeah.
Now, how'd the
but
best looking guy get to beat Martel?
Did you put on your arrogance?
We need to talk about how he cosplays as Henry Winkler at WrestleMania 7. I'm so happy the Ultimate Warrior got his ultimate win.
Yes.
Ultimate win. Hey.
He's a quitter.
The friggin' Crusher Khrushchev going to distance.
So
Look at this.
sir. Look at the colors. Look at the
Look at-
colors. Pink, light blue.
Yep.
Like
It
a
was the
pack of
90s.
fruit tripe
Yellow.
bubblegum.
It's
It was
amazing.
the era of the Trapper Keeper. I mean, this is where we're at.
Nope.
The era of the
Those
power.
I'm
Ghostbusters.
sure those of you that were born at this time were dressed like highlighters too. So
Yeah.
yeah, if you were born in this era, they gave you neon and roids.
I
know
had
Schiff-
neon orange
yeah.
WWF.
The Hornets are
pants.
so damn popular. That
Schiff,
fucking heel-
Schiff isn't going to be born for another 20 years. So, and
No, he's out here
Oh,
anyway.
Smash is gone.
Nope.
DiBiase is just dying.
he's ready to go.
Yeah, he's had enough.
Oh.
Somebody has to call this though.
Yeah.
Martel.
I think he hangs on.
Hanging
He
on.
hangs on.
I think he was the one that throws him out.
Yeah, Warrior throws out DiBiase, which
Yeah,
is
it's
not
coming.
That's not
just
lasting
waiting
long
for
enough.
that, so I can just
to
go.
get his-
I can just tell JT, bah.
If you got to go out,
He's already
might
been
as well.
eliminated like 4 times. I'm
All
still
right, take it
standing
easy
tall.
there, buddy. It ain't my fault that you're friggin' best friends with the guy that's running this thing. Maybe you should stop blowing him and let somebody else take number.
I can't even on my knees. I can't get that low.
Wow, the fucking short king, speaking shrapnel.
And on that note, here comes Chico.
Final blow off feud of the
Arriba!
Arriba, Arrivederci.
I love that he comes in right after Martel. Like they can't help themselves.
Strike Force explodes.
And this is only like year one of the 40-year feud. So
Yeah, that we never seem to get a blow off for.
I always
you
come
blow
back.
off this level of hate.
I always
I
come back
remember
to
being
that.
so mad at SummerSlam 90 at that when they announced that Martel was going to be in France for a photo shoot and Tito's fighting Warlord instead. I was like, we were finally going to get the match.
They had a really good match on a Coliseum video called Hottest Matches. It was pretty good.
I'm sure they
The
probably
tape
had
was
like
accurately
There's a
named.
million matches, just none of them on pay per view. Yeah.
Yeah.
if they got like 12 to 15 on pay-per-view, I feel like it could have been like really, really good.
They
Get
could've-
color
yeah,
coast to coast. You know, it's fine. Yeah. Pizza
And look at
cutters.
The 6-man at SummerSlam is like awesome when they're in that.
Chico.
Jesse always calling him Chico.
They could have done this on this card. They could have done this on an undercard. Had Tito versus Rick Martel. Because it's not like either of these guys is like running the Rumble, you know?
Yeah, right. They could have had it on the undercard.
Jesus.
If you swap that in instead of like Beefcake Genius or whatever, and you have Garvin Valentine and Tito Martel, like that's a pretty good too.
Yeah.
And then I would have swapped Bossman or Earthquake. I would have had Quake like win. I guess you don't do Duggan, maybe you do Quake and someone else, like Quake and Coco or something. Give him a squash win.
You can get rid of the Bushwhackers and the Rougeos because nobody needed to see that again.
Well, I think if you keep that, and then do Bushwhackers, Rougeos, Garvin Valentine, Tito Martel, and a Quake squash of somebody, either Coco or whoever. Then you could have Duggan and Bossman in the Rumble would have been pretty good. Beefcake in the Rumble would have been good. Because you get a perfect, like throw them out or whatever.
Yeah, they kind of used the perfect Beefcake start for their feud. Then
Would have been a way better bit if Keith was a honky tonk man.
Thank you very much.
It would have been, yeah. That's that's not my fault. If it was, I would have booked myself to be the Honky Tonk Man just for the laugh. But
Honky doesn't do enough steroids for Keith to be him. He only gets the
No.
steroid guys.
no, who else is on this when I get eliminated? Please, I got plenty of people that are left in this fucking match.
You're in. I don't know. The Warriors
I
in there
think
pretty
you're
long.
I'm already on like my 6th guy somehow.
Oh, there's only one guy. There's only like 2 guys after, and I don't think I'm gonna make it. So
I'm dying for a
There's
break.
Anvil.
What are we at? Like 24?
Maybe around that somewhere.
Yeah, 24 exactly on the
Hogan's
nose.
gonna be coming out, right? He's gonna be.
Yeah.
He's gonna be next.
I
Hogan's
thought
what,
I remembered
26?
Hogan. Hogan was like 25 or 26.
Always. I think every year he's
Right.
like 25. Yeah.
So enough that he can eliminate people.
Yeah.
Am I out?
Somebody
Gotta
just
keep him
went.
strong, brother.
Yeah. I can do the
Bye.
now.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. All right, now we can get down to business. So now we're here. Let's.
And now there's
How do we
JP
kill-
pulling
like
the air
the
out of
guy?
them.
Now we
Prep
can
Bob.
Kill the Batman.
Big
He's gonna let him.
DiBiase
No,
win.
please. He's gonna fucking jump the line and come in right now as Hogan. Trust
He'll
me.
get to be out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
He'll get to be
exactly.
out.
what
Yeah,
he's
he's gonna be Hogan.
Well, what you gonna do?
He's like, this is my house.
I made this shit.
I'm shocked Snooka's still in. Like, what the hell's going on here?
I know,
It-
really.
alarmingly long. Yeah.
Staying
Stuck
in there
though,
just like he stayed
It's
out of
good to know
jail.
where he is.
He probably
Have
just
him a
didn't follow
character for it.
instruction when he was supposed to be eliminated.
The old lady killer.
Snooker's mixing it up though with his feud from '89, Wonky, which is nice.
Which was better than his feud
There
with
he is.
Goldust. Oh no.
Down in Jimmy's inside.
Time to
What a fucking
clear out the
surprise!
ring.
Called it.
Did you at least get a water break at least?
Oh, hang on. I got more.
He should just bring Hogan. Imagine he just brings Hogan into the frame right now. There you go.
There it is.
Oh, it's a real. Did you get that in Danvers? He apparently was at the Market Basket in my hometown.
I waited. Yeah, he was near my house.
Did you get like a package to open up and drink?
No, I think this box is gonna go at some point, so I was gonna cut the autograph out and try the beer. I'm sure it sucks.
Okay, it's definitely sucks.
I'm told it's like a Miller Lite, but piss beer.
Yeah.
Not Sean Kidd approved for sure. All right, a bunch of
Yeah.
people have been eliminated.
Definitely not a
Hogan jerked
dark
off
beer.
the shirt.
We're down to Chico, Hogan, Warrior, Martel, and the Honky Tonk Man. And now we're down to just 4 guys.
Well, we're nearing the iconic moment here.
Only the best. It's when Honky Tonk and Hogan run into each other, right? That's the iconic moment.
Simply the best.
I think it's pretty sure it's Martel Warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I know.
Honky using the shirt.
Yeah, Hogan's mixing it up with the former #1 contender for the world title.
Yeah,
Well, he
well,
said
when
that.
they fought, when did they fight? Don't they fight Sonny Smith event? But
Yeah, they
Hogan,
fought
is Hogan
at
champion
NXT.
when they fight though?
Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
yeah. It's like what, summer of '89 or something.
He was technically the long-term #1 contender. And
To be honest, I'm surprised Martel and Honky are surviving this long. Like,
Right? I thought they'd be gone by now.
yeah, just
Well, poor Sean is going to be. I think it's a tough night for the Rockers. Look at this.
Yeah, and I get to be both rockers.
yeah, don't get comfortable, Riddle.
Yeah, might as well just mute myself right now.
Yeah.
There he goes. Spicy.
The music didn't even stop.
Who else went out? Tito?
Oh.
No, Martel's gone.
So it's just you and me now. Shit.
I think we're alone now.
I think we're alone now. And now it's gonna be an iconic thing. Yep.
This is like, I think it's the first great Rumble moment. Like '89 has a couple cool things, but this is like the first iconic.
89's great because of the mega powers like snafu, but
Right.
this was obviously this was a bigger deal because you knew what they were building towards last year, and this year I feel like
Well, as soon as you see this, you're like, "Oh, this is Mania right here."
Was
Like,
there even whispers before this moment that was like in the cards?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think
Like
Warrior was
whispers
still
in
red
like
hot.
it, not whispers in obviously the company, but like real life.
I mean, in the sheets, probably. I don't
Yeah.
think on TV yet or anything. I mean, Hogan Zeus was the rumor for a while.
Like, who was that guy that used to do his news
Herb?
minute? Yeah, did Herb have this?
I'm sure. I don't remember when it started, but I think probably by here for sure they knew.
Yeah,
It was definitely Hogan Zeus for a bit, and then they changed it.
Hogan Zeus. I saw something the other day where it was an interview with Tiny Lister, and he said that Vince promised him a world title.
He probably did. Yeah, I doubt he's lying. He's just an idiot to believe it.
Oh yeah.
I never minded
Very
when
large.
the Yukon fan was Barbarian.
That's right. Rob and I enjoyed watching UConn games.
I love the way they did it, where you get the stare down,
Yeah.
and you get like one little power tease,
Mm-hmm.
and the gods wipe each other out. You know what I mean? It's like it's so really well done because you don't get enough of it. You really want to see it at Mania because you didn't get a lot of it, but it's enough to make you be like, oh shit, this is gonna be awesome when they do fight.
I can't get over how much Barbarian like held up too. Like he still looks good today.
Yeah. He was in the
He's
first
somebody
match.
I would have predicted unfortunate death for just on size and
Yeah.
physique.
Dude, Root came out of nowhere. Came out early.
He jumped the gun. I don't know if he knew he was gonna or if he.
Some guys.
I feel like these root tights, they were like different.
You feel like what?
He just put them in the tie dye.
These root tights are a little different. Like I feel like he
Yeah.
doesn't wear those stuff. Then.
No, he does. Yeah, those are like all the. That's the one that's got Root all over it. This is Root
He didn't
everywhere.
have someone's face on his cock.
No. I liked when he had the Warrior in his cock. That was
Yeah, I was just gonna say should have put Warrior on there.
Cheryl.
Yeah, Cheryl Roberts is the best cock face. Yes.
Should have put Linda Hogan on there.
You know, Johnny, I feel like that's kind of
Linda
maybe has to
McMahon.
be your next Mania gimmick is you wear pants with someone else's face on them.
That could be slightly problematic, I think.
No. Just pick the right person.
No, not at all.
Some pants with Chris Colo's face on your crotch. You don't want that?
I mean, going back, I know you had said it when Warlord was in, but like Warlord and Barbarian definitely would have been great Hogan opponents.
Yeah.
Like in pretty much most of like '89 when he wasn't wrestling Zeus. You know what I mean?
Well, and we get a little taste of Hogan and Barbarian at Survivor Series 90, and it's fun. It's like really good.
Haku too. Like I mean, Haku could have been, but I know Haku's tied up with Andre. But
I think Warlord in 91 could have been like a decent little one in there, like around the Slaughter stuff.
When you think about
Hi, guys.
like back in the day when they had like just the 4 pay-per-views, even if they had 8, right? Like they would have given a lot more title opportunities.
Yes.
That bigger
Yeah, it was
spot
like-
to people.
Like back when he used to headline the Garden against the Samoans or something like that. You knew when they were
Right.
going to win, but it was
Yeah,
Love
and they
the
kind of did that with Saturday's main events. I mean, that's kind of where you
Yeah.
get it. But
Like they randomly did like Hogan and the Genius on Saturday's main event.
it's interesting though that they kind of redo the exact spot from last year where Hogan dumped Savage and he kind of dumped Warrior the same way, where he's like on the rope with someone else and
Yeah.
throws him out. So he's setting like a little bit of a track record now of like him and his friends and how they interact. in Rumble.
Hercules was on all the steroids back then, guys.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
damn.
Oh yeah.
Oh, his skin doesn't fit.
Yeah, he's the biggest person in the ring right now, and it has Barbarian and Hulk Hogan in it. Like, it's insane.
My favorite Hercules moment is after he died. I made the RIP Hercules sign at Raw, and we got King to acknowledge it. Me and Mark Claire were like, King, King. We had the sign up. He's like, we're sitting near the commentary table.
That's awful. Then he asked if y'all had any little sisters.
Right.
Not young enough.
Hercules Cortez.
Yeah, they really should have had a Rude and Hogan like main event feud, but
Well, didn't he not want to work with him?
Hogan squashed it. Yeah.
Yeah, they were gonna do it. What was that? 87. They were gonna do it.
Hogan probably didn't want Rude to shit on him in front of the crowd.
Well, I think. Didn't they say he was going to get out popped or something? It was something.
Yeah.
I think he was worried about. I forget what the reasoning was, but he definitely. It was planned, and they definitely.
I think he just Hogan liked playing like underneath too as the babyface, and with Rude he wouldn't have been able to.
That too, right? Because how many smaller guys did he ever really face? I mean,
Yeah, it didn't fit the formula. Yeah, I mean, you know, he worked well against Kamala, you know, because he's a bigger dude than him, you know, intimidating, but like it wouldn't work so well against like a Rude, you know.
Because even like Jake the Snake or something, you would have figured out a way to make that happen.
Well, that's the rumor too, right? That
he squashed that because Jake was out popped, right?
If you believe the story. My buddy saw that in Providence. They had one of the matches in '86, and the legend goes they had a few matches. Jake out popped him, and Hogan squashed it.
That's our final five.
Drew the perfect number.
Yeah, would not have Hercules in there with him, but and Barbarian. So I think it's going to be me or you probably eliminated first.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Herc had been kind of established. Herc had been established a bit as, you know, Hogan's buddy at least.
Oh,
later, Barb.
Adios.
I mean, Herc is probably on his way out. What's up, Farrell? Welcome back.
Oh, geez, I didn't know I was perfect.
In every way, buddy. In every way.
Thanks.
Rude and Perfect is such a cool team too. We kind of get teases of it here and there, but it would have been neat if they got to have like some tag stuff.
Later, Herc.
Herc and Jerk.
Hogan is like top 5 level tan here.
Mm-hmm. Do you think the orange was the wrong call for his big main event spot? Is orange a main event color?
I think the tightness might have been a problem of the outfit more than the color. There's more of Kurt than we want to see here.
See, while I think that the unitard, Olympic unitard there is a good look for him, I feel like it's also not like a main event look. No main eventer ever had that outfit. You know what I mean?
Not at this point. I mean, Kurt Angle rocks it.
Yeah, eventually, but to this point. And what if he stayed in the trunks if it goes differently? So I like that callback too. They call that from Survivor Series when didn't it go the other? Was it the other way around where Rude pulled it down on Perfect, or did Perfect pull it down on Rude there too? This is like the same spot as Survivor Series. That's how they have the argument during that Survivor Series match.
And this is before they're together with Heenan, right?
No, they've been. Yeah, it is. But they were on that same team at Survivor Series, and they do like the same spot where he pulls a rope down and he falls out. And they kind of repeat it here with the miscommunication. All right, Farrell, tell me right now while you're here. Should Perfect have won this match, or was Hogan the right call?
I mean, if they're going to the last two, if Hogan's going to main event Mania, I think he needs to win this. If it's earlier in the match, then I think you can get away with some sort of distraction and Perfect eliminates Hogan's and wins later. But if you're going to have these the final two, Hogan's got to win it. He doesn't need to kick out of the Perfect Plex. That's stupid.
It wasn't necessary. Why is he even doing it in the match? It was masturbatory.
Yeah.
I mean, and the thing is, Perfect's already done with Hogan. He's done with him anyway, right? Because they've already transitioned to Beefcake earlier in the night. You know, I think they're going to use Perfect as, something for Warrior later. But
Hogan.
I'm with you. I think I've come around. I feel like it was definitely a thing for a while. The early 2000s in the internet, where the real strong anti-Hogan stuff was out there. That Perfect should have won. And Hogan jobbed him out, but to your point, I mean, they're set up like the second biggest match in Mania history at this point. Like, you got to go
right. Yeah, it would have been nice maybe if he put up a little more, get thrown out like a sack of crap there at the end. Like maybe there's. he's going for something and gets taken out instead of just, where do you want me to throw him?
Right. All right, here come the Hollywood Squares popping back in. But as you all come in, just quick thoughts. Let's go on the horn on like this match as a whole. Johnny, real quick, like 2 seconds. Like, great
Huge
Rumble.
star
Where's
power.
the rank? Top Rumble.
Top 5, definitely.
Carol?
It's fun. Everybody is fun that comes down that aisle.
Boston?
Yeah, I'd say top 10 somewhere. I don't know if I'd go top 5, but I also don't know that I would. I'd say 10.
Jeremy?
It's like a comfort food kind of thing for me. I can always turn it on. I'm never disappointed with it. It's great.
Riddle me this.
Easily top 10, potentially top 5, depending on how you view the Rumble.
PV?
I think this is like the first of the 3 best trilogy in 90, 91, 92. So it's up there. It's in my top 3, actually. I love 90, 91, 92 in that order.
Shift? We can't
It's on
hear you.
mute. That was good.
More star power than you think.
Yeah, it's a loaded Rumble. I think it's one of the best ever for sure. The Hulkster gets the win. Thank you for listening and watching here on ChroNoSo. Be sure to subscribe to everything North South Connection. Also, the Backbone Wrestling Podcast Network as well. Oh, you'll hear all these luminaries across all of our shows, and you can watch us all as well. We all get different things going on, so check it out. I want to thank producer Ryan for putting this all together. You guys all for spending your night with us watching this. It was a lot of fun getting to hang out with everyone and chatting some classic WWF wrestling. Please leave a comment if you'd like. Give us a like. Give us a subscribe.
5-star review.
All that shit. We'll talk to you later. You've been ChroNoSo.
You gotta take a stand, you don't have to hide. If you have my friends.